Gavin Newsom is now threatening to pull funding from USC if they comply with Trump's requests. I gotta say, Gavin Newsom is not perfect, and no one is going to come and save us from this very fast march towards a fascist government that Trump is leading us into. However, Gavin Newsom is like the only person fighting back. And so the Trump administration sent a massive 10-page document to some of these really prestigious universities, and they said that if these universities comply, that they would give them special benefits. The White House sent this letter to USC, and basically he called on them to follow Trump's views on admissions, diversity, and free speech, right? In exchange, they would get favorable access to federal research grants and additional funding, as well as some other benefits. One of the things that the Trump administration proposed was a cap on tuition, and I actually completely agree with that. Can that just be separate? Does it have to come with all this other authoritative fascist stuff? Like, unfortunately, no. Universities would have to accept the government's definition of gender and would not be allowed to recognize transgender people's gender identities. One of the worst things is that Trump says schools would have to commit to promoting a wide range of views on campus. Okay, many of them already do that, and change or abolish institutional units that purposefully punish, belittle, and even spark violence against conservative ideas. This is the opposite of what Trump and conservatives say, which is freedom of speech, because this is stifling the speech of people on the other side. Because again, they're saying that anyone that disagrees with them is inciting violence, or basically any Democrat who just wants everyone to have the same equal opportunities and everyone to have the same rights to life, liberty, and freedom, that technically could be sparking violence against conservative ideas. It's insane, right? And so obviously no. But what I love is that Gavin Newsom used Trump's tactics against him and told USC that if they decided to bow down to Trump and agree to this, that he would remove funding from USC. And that ain't nothing to sneeze at. Could be worth billions. For last fiscal year, $2.5 billion in Cal grants were doled out across the state. USC specifically received Cal grants worth about $28 million during that academic year. And just so you know, the governor has also insinuated that he may withhold this from other universities in California as well if they capitulate to Trump. I mean, it makes sense because Cal grants, those are awarded based on income, trying to provide students that may not otherwise have had the opportunity to go into higher education and go to college, trying to give them access to that. And so if now USC or other colleges in California are going to be restricting the speech of people and potentially discriminating against them, then yeah, they shouldn't be receiving these grants. That actually makes perfect sense. Again, I love that Gavin Newsom is fighting fire with fire because again, he's not perfect, but nobody else is doing this. Nobody else is doing this. And FYI, Democrats can do very little, but this power he has, and Gavin Newsom's using it. Love it.